Welcome in, everyone. Ready to dive into a classic. We're talking A-line dresses for the office.
But we're going deeper than just the basic,
Oh, yeah. We're getting into why the A-line is such a powerhouse for plus size.
especially in those core colors,
Black, navy.
gray, brown,
We've got some great insights.
from a fashion expert.
And a stylist.
So at the end of this,
You'll know how to rock these dresses.
with confidence,
Even discover
a favorite outfit, who knows?
Right. Okay, so the A-line, it's so simple.
Yeah.
People overlook it a lot.
I think you're right,
But for office wear,
especially plus size.
that simplicity, it's what makes it.
So powerful.
You really is like
A blank canvas.
ready for anything.
Exactly. But before we get,
People like creative stuff.
we've got to break down,
The why.
yeah, why is this silhouette?
So flattering. Why office?
What's the magic?
Okay, so proportion and flow.
Naked.
A-line, it widens.
On the shoulders.
Or the bust, yeah.
Skims over waist.
Hips, without clinging,
Yeah.
creates that balance.
Streamlined.
Comfortable in an office.
That's key, right?
Oh, totally.
You want to look confident,
So
fricted, like you said,
You're not fidgeting
with a tight skirt.
or like worrying about it.
a top that's too revealing.
I just feel put
You're
together.
ready to work.
Exactly.
I know you've got some,
Fascinating stuff about color.
oh yeah, especially in the office.
I do.
So let's start with
The
ultimate
best
power
color. Well, black just conveys
authority.
authority.
Yeah.
It's slimming.
But it's
Or
small.
then it absorbs light.
Uh-huh.
Creates this visual presence.
Without being flashy.
Like, think about
Those power suits.
glasses.
They're black for a reason.
That's true.
And with an A-line,
You get that same power.
shorter, more feminine.
I love
It's really interesting.
because black can be
Versatile.
so versatile.
Our stylist actually said
Oh, yeah.
it's like a chameleon.
a chameleon.
Adapts to anything.
Heels, necklace.
Or
that
flax, cardigan.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Exactly.
What?
That's what makes
I
it
love value.
for anyone's
It's
wardrobe.
that foundation.
For your personal style.
But black might be.
The
It's
go-to
navy. Navy's got a different.
kind of power.
Our stylist
Love the
did for the office.
It's the warmth
It's more approachable.
than
Yeah.
black.
Mm-mm.
And
Look at like
polished.
that.
It's still slimming,
Uh-huh.
but with
More depth.
Yeah.
And you know what's great?
what?
It works.
Year-round.
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 That's right.
Navy is.
Fascinating.
It is.
Same slimming effect.
As black.
More nuance.
It's associated with
There's where the
stability.
is a variable.
So important. And there's that subtle
No.
hint of adventure,
Confident.
especially for
The
women.
leadership adds a touch
It's a
of
approachability.
to their authority. It's
Yeah.
like Navy says,
I'm in charge.
but
Yeah.
I'm also someone
You can connect.
Right.
That perfect balance.
between professional
And
not
works
just-
year-round.
Look, when it's
For bucks, tights and boots, sandals, light jacket,
lovely, versatile,
and flattering.
But speaking of versatile,
We can't forget.
gray.
It's often seen as,
conservative.
but it's got potential
It does.
for stylish office wear.
I think gray gets by black and navy,
Yeah.
but our
It's
expert
about that.
about its appeal,
They said it
the
out there.
lighter vibe,
Then black,
like a breath of fresh air.
among those dark neutrals. Gray is
True.
inherent. It doesn't
The
have
authority or the warmth.
of navy.
Yeah. But it projects
Oh.
composure,
Elegance.
understated,
Yes.
and in an office,
Where you want to be,
approachable,
collaborative,
not intimidating.
not too assertive.
Gray is perfect.
It really is. It's like,
A personality
speak for them.
but without distractions.
Exactly.
And it can be so chic,
So for
the right fabrics.
expert mention.
Oh, yeah.
Wool blends,
Okay.
crepe,
Beautiful drape.
add some texture.
Elevates the whole look
Fabric choice is key,
with any A-line.
but with gray.
It's even more important.
You don't want anything
Too thin.
flimsy.
It can look cheap,
Yeah.
but you also don't want
Too stiff.
too structured.
It can look severe.
Yeah, it's about that.
Sweet spot,
Enough structure,
but good drape.
movement.
Yes.
And that brings us to,
Our final color doesn't win the mind,
for office wear,
but our stylist was
solar.
about its potential,
They were.
especially for plus size.
So brown is,
Having a moment,
it is.
and for good reason.
It's warm
Some on
and
board.
complements,
So many skin tones
especially those.
with warmer undertones.
And it has that
Grounded quality
So it's
ability.
reliability. Good for the office.
Where you want to project,
Approachability.
but not too formal.
Not intimidating.
And the stylist specifically said,
Deep chocolate brown.
luxurious,
And they called it,
approachable professionalism.
it's like Brown says,
I'm here to work.
I'm
Yeah.
open to feedback.
That approachability is so
The
valuable.
women leaders.
It creates a more
And that's
welcoming, breaks down
Oh,
those
hierarchy.
breaks down those
Exactly.
empower
Hierarchy allows for
collaboration.
just getting started.
Choosing the right color is
Step one.
to really make the A line.
No, work for you.
We got to dive into
Fit.
portion.
That's where we'll pick up.
In part 2, we'll be exploring how to choose
The perfect A-line dress.
for your body type.
Making sure it fits
And it's comfortable.
and you feel confident.
Ready for the workday.
So stay tuned.
We're about to unlock
A whole new level.
of A-line mastery.
Back again, diving deeper into these A-line dresses.
We've talked about the power of the A-line itself.
And how those key colors play a role.
In the office.
Now, fit.
Let's get into it.
Because even the best dress,
If it doesn't fit,
it's not going to do you any favors.
no, not at all.
Fit is,
Pretty.
it's the foundation of any good outfit.
And with the A-line,
There are some things
that can really make a difference.
our expert and stylist both said.
Knowing your body type.
It's so important.
It's not about
Conforming to some,
arbitrary ideal,
highlighting
What-
flatters you.
your natural features.
Exactly, working with your body.
Not against it.
So let's start with pear shape, wider at the hips.
Then the shoulder. The goal is,
How do we get?
how do we get there?
Well, that's where the A-line.
Comes in,
Look at that.
gentle flare from the waist.
So for pear shapes, A-lines, a slightly wider skirt.
Proportionate,
It's hips.
it creates from your shoulders
all the way down,
to the hemline.
balancing everything out.
Visually balancing.
Top and bottom.
It's not about hiding anything. It's
No.
about,
Those curves.
and they'll flow,
And for apple shape.
more weight in the midsection.
The A-line still be amazing.
Our stylist had some
Really good tips.
for this one.
What were they?
They said, emphasize the bust,
Okay.
maybe with a higher waistline.
To draw the eye up,
Create a more defined shape.
highlighting those
Bring it to
assets.
her interest.
It's all about proportion.
For your shape.
And no matter what of the dress is key.
They were very specific. They
Yes.
said, aim for
A hemline.
just below the neck.
Universally flattered.
Appropriate for the office.
That perfect balance.
A showing leg.
But not too much.
Not too short, not too long.
Just right.
Exactly.
But we've talked about
The proportion,
the
proportion,
whole too.
how it looks.
How it feels.
Fabric choice.
Especially for that.
Structured.
But flowing A-line look,
The stylist was all about.
natural fibers.
Oh, yeah.
Linen, silk,
Breathable.
beautiful drape.
Those fabrics,
They have a softer hand.
which lets the A-line
Flow-
without clinging.
Over bunching.
But for colder weather,
Wool.
can't go wrong.
Wool is great.
For fall and winter,
Warm,
Sophisticated.
sophisticated.
so many types.
Each with their own
Unique properties.
like a lightweight merino,
would be perfect
or
for,
more structured A-line,
while a heavier blend.
more relaxed and flowing.
And don't forget,
Texture
a wool crepe
has that subtle texture
adds visual interest.
without being too much.
Now, remember when we talked about
Structure
the expert had a tip
for that tailored look,
about feeling stiff?
they said.
Look for princess seams
Those vertical seams,
running down the bodice.
shoulder to waist.
For those who don't know,
How do those seams
affect the fit,
they create
a more tailored look
by contouring the fabric?
to your curve.
They help the dress
Hug your bust
and waist.
in all the right places.
They also add
Visual interest.
break up the fabric.
So it's not
Too plain.
or shapeless.
It's a
built-in shapewear
subtle sculpting.
without feeling restricted.
Speaking of shapewear,
We should talk about
undergarments
they're important.
for that A-line fit,
People overlook this.
but it can make a huge difference.
Both the expert and stylists,
Agreed.
if you want.
A smoother silhouette.
Good shapewear.
It can help.
But it has to be comfortable.
Supportive.
It's stripping
Squeezing in.
to a smaller size.
It's about
A smooth foundation. So the dress
things right.
enhances your curves.
The bra
The foundation
of any outfit
lifts and supports.
improves your posture.
Makes clothes.
Look better. Get professionally fitted.
So important.
Now, shoes
The right shoes can,
to elevate the whole look.
the stylist said,
Heels
Classic choice.
For the office,
Adds height.
Polish heels aren't for everyone.
Comfort is key.
So what were some of their
Alternative.
as suggested?
Ballet flats.
Loafers.
Even pointed toe Oxfords.
Stylish.
Professional.
Look amazing.
With A-line dresses.
Just choose shoes that
Implement the style.
and the occasion.
And if you do wear heels,
make sure
you can walk in them.
all day.
Nobody wants sore feet. It's about and comfort.
We've covered so much.
From body type,
To
fabric,
to shoes.
to unlock.
The A-line.
We need to talk about it.
Accessorizing.
That's where we'll pick things up.
In part 3,
Get ready to take your A-line game.
to the next level. And we're back, ready to finish our A-line deep dive.
We've talked fit, we've talked fabric.
Those core colors.
Now it's time for the fun part.
Accessorizing. Layering.
Taking your A-line game
Here
to the
it is.
next level.
These final touches.
It can really make a difference.
Express your personality.
Adapt the dress,
Different occasions.
even adjust the silhouette.
Make it even more flattering.
Let's start with
Patterns.
some people are hesitant
To wear patterns.
to the office.
But our stylist said,
Patterns can be
totally professional.
if you do it right.
Visual interest.
The key is
Choosing patterns,
that are
both stylish.
and office appropriate.
Our expert recommend
Sticking with classics,
stripes,
pulp
tops, florals, generally. They also mentioned when it comes to patterns,
preservatives,
tend to be
more flattering,
and easier to wear.
especially if you're
New to pattern.
like a delicate pinstripe.
Or a subtle polka dot.
Adds a little something.
Without being overwhelming.
And if you do go bold,
Keep the rest.
simple,
Let the dress
be the star.
like a bold floral A-line.
With minimal jewelry
That balance.
is key.
We've talked about layering.
But let's go a little deeper.
Layering
It's
is
just your color.
proportion.
Yeah.
One dress.
So many outfits.
Different temperatures.
Favorite of
For those chilly office days.
What did the experts recommend?
For a classic look.
Turtleneck.
Under the dress.
Adds warmth.
Creates a long line.
More formal.
A merino wool turtleneck.
So soft.
And not too bulky.
Perfect.
And for something more relaxed,
Cardigan.
blazer,
And maybe even
a denim jacket.
our stylist suggestion.
For little,
Casual.
the key with layering is
Balance.
if you're layering on top.
Keep the bottom simple. And vice versa.
Don't want to hide.
That A-line silhouette
Speaking of
is
balance,
just proportions.
our expert had some.
Great points about this.
You can use layers to,
Create different effects.
depending on,
Your body type.
and the look you want.
To elongate the legs.
Cropped jacket
Or cardigan.
draws the eye up
Longer legs.
for more balanced silhouette,
Longer cardigan.
hitting at the hips,
Creates a smooth line.
from shoulders to knees.
Balances the proportion.
That harmonious flow,
It's all about knowing
how different lengths and shapes
work together.
to get the look you want. The belts.
That's such a simple thing.
That's so transformative.
Our stylist was.
All about belts.
They said,
Define the waist,
more flattering.
especially for plus size.
A belt can also add
Personality.
experiment with different textures.
Widths. Find what you love.
A thin belt.
Can be elegant.
A wider belt.
Makes a statement.
Don't be afraid to
Play with placement.
natural waistline.
Why?
Lower.
Different effects.
Accentuate different areas. It's all
Leave
about
legs out.
seeing what works for you.
And to finish it all off,
Hair and makeup.
those finishing touches,
Make you feel
polished.
confident.
Polished.
Keep it.
Professional.
But that doesn't mean
boring.
you can still
A sleek
ponytail
Press a chic updo.
for a more formal office.
Loose waves.
Messy bun.
More casual.
Makeup.
Natural and flattering.
Mascara.
Mhm.
A nice lip color.
Enhance your features.
Fresh and professional.
We've covered
Fit.
color.
Layering
But the most important thing,
is to have fun.
experiment.
Find what makes you feel
Confident.
beautiful.
Ready to take on the day.
When you feel good,
It shows.
rock that A-line dress.
Just own your style.
Let your confidence shine.
This deep dive has been all about.
The A-line dress,
We hope you've learned something
and feel inspired.
to give it a try. Until next time.
Stay curious.